Hi guys, I've got some exciting news today. It's about this rabbi called Kaduri and how he's predicted what's happening in the Israeli elections. But this does come with a warning because we know that Kaduri's been involved in the Kabbalah, and that's linked to the Zohar. Although they do study the Bible, that does delve into the realms of the occult and Luciferian worship. So I would advise you to hold this at arm's length, because when Kaduri talks about the Messiah, he could be talking about the Antichrist, not the Christ. But I'll leave that for you to decide, because he may have had a turnaround in his life when he said God visited him. There's lots of people that have delved in the wrong areas of spirituality and have repented, turned around, and now follow Christ. But this is a rabbi who is well known throughout Israel. If he had have just switched totally, he would have lost all his followers and all his influence. And he probably, I would say, if I was him, I would want to hold on to that so that I could get them the good news. Good news that Jesus is the Messiah. So this rabbi, he's the guy, I don't know if you remember some time ago, where he said he will write down the name of the Messiah, and this letter is only to be opened like a month after he dies, So he closed the letter, he died, and needless to say, they published the letter, and in the letter it mentioned Yeshua, which is Jesus. So he said God visited him, told him the Messiah's name. The Messiah's name is Yeshua, Jesus, and this was to be kept quiet until a month after he died. Then the letter was to be opened. It was then published on his website, but when they discovered it cryptically said that Jesus is the Messiah, they took it off. Anyway, so he says, this rabbi also said that there will be an impasse where there will be no prime minister or government to be able to be formed in Israel. And he said that these two parties, the leaders of these two parties will both be called Benjamin, which is quite interesting because, we've got Benjamin Netanyahu, and we've got, I forgot the other chap's name now, but I will tell you it. I'll put it up here. But they're both called Benjamin, okay? And he said when that happens, the Sabbath after Rosh Hashanah, Christ will be revealed. Now again, I leave this up to you. This could be the Antichrist or it could be the Christ. But he also goes on to say that God will lift his people up, and this will be the greatest sign that will change the world. Now, if that doesn't allude to the rapture of the church of Jesus, then I just don't know what does. So it's exciting. The first Sabbath after Rosh Hashanah. So I went to my calendar and pulled up my calendar, because I always put end time events into my calendar to remind me. And I saw that on that day I already had something marked in my calendar for the rapture, which is quite interesting. I don't remember what it was, but I'll put my calendar up here so that you can see. So I've got two events, both pointing to the rapture in the same time period, which is quite interesting. I wish I'd remembered what the other thing was. But anyway, that's exciting news. And so why is this rabbi's prediction so interesting? It's because it ties in with scripture. Micah 4 verse 9 says and talks about, and I'll put it up here, that there'll be no king in Israel. In other words, no prime minister. It speaks about this impasse that the rabbi just spoke about. And it said that this impasse will happen when Israel is in labor, and we all know that Israel goes into these labor pains for 7 years. It's this 7-year tribulation, and that's how close we are to the rapture. I hope you have a lovely day, blessed week. Keep looking up, like and subscribe. Bye.